What's up, people, and welcome to another video on the channel. Welcome to some Horizon 5 for today's video, because I want to try some tunes that you guys have sent me. So you guys sent me a couple of tunes since the last time I made one of these videos, and I want to try them out. I want to see what these are like. So I've been asking you guys obviously to send tunes over on my Discord, so if you guys want to send some stuff over, maybe you created something funny, maybe you created something bad, maybe something good, something just for jokes. It's all good, it's all accepted. Send stuff over. Like I said, it's over on the Discord. Link to that is down below in the link tree if you want to join it and do the same as these people have done. So I have a couple of tunes, like I said, I want to try. One of them I'm going to start off with a very, very interesting car, because he said that he's made a tune to replicate a current car for the NLS 2025, the BMW M4 GT4 Evo, based on how undulating and changing? Undulating and changing? That doesn't make sense. But anyway, how undulating the Nürburgring is, I thought it'd make a good fit for the Touge. I had to try, and it goes canny. And you send me a share code. As the real car has traction control, I would give it a go with and without. As the throttle is quite sensitive. Cheers. And he also sent a share code for delivery for it. So I'm kind of interested in that. So 2025 M4 GT4 Evo. Do we actually have that car in the game? Like, do we have a racing car version of that car in the game, or has he just done a build for the regular M4 and then just kind of done bits for that, you know? Because I don't think we have a BMW race car in this game, you know? But if he has done it so it kind of replicates the way that drives, or try to make it similar to that as possible, I'm pretty hyped for that. Anyway, let's go download this tune. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to relaunch my game again, so I'll see you guys in a second, and I'll show you the tune up on the screen. It didn't crash. It's a miracle. It's so weird. 102.049.873. It's fine. There's no crash. Are you gonna search? It took a while. I don't know why it took a while. Okay, here it is. Race special stick tires, obviously rear wheel drive still. So power is fine, weight is fine. Okay, I see. So he's basically made it very similar to the racing car. Okay, that's good. That is good. Of course, this isn't going to be a perfect car for the Golden Touge, because you usually need maxed out cars in the class if you want to go there. I kind of want to try it just because he said that it would be a good fit for the Touge, but I kind of want to try and bring it onto the custom Nürburgring Nordschleife track that that someone has sent me in this game, or that I've seen. Sorry, not someone has sent me. I've seen it on TikTok. That's what it was. If you guys have seen that video where I tested it out on the actual track, or I've tested out that track before, and then you should know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, you might see it in this video. Okay, he did say it is for the Golden Touge though, so I kind of want to try it for that. So power and weight, he basically tried to replicate this as much as possible, right? That was the whole idea for this build, right? He was trying to replicate the same conditions as, or the same as the GT4 car, in real life. And he also said he put a livery for it, so let's search for a livery as well. Might as well give it a shot. I don't really like going for liveries and changing liveries on a lot of these cars, because people like just start like advertising their own shit on them. I don't really like doing that, but if this is supposed to look like the car in real life, so be it. 183.496.126. Is that actually supposed to be it? Okay, I see it. The Bilstein livery. Okay, we'll slap it on. We'll give it a shot. We will give it a shot. I think I've seen this car before, by the way, in real life. Not in person, sorry, but like I've seen some sort of images, or it was somewhere in a video, but I remember seeing the livery for this car somewhere. So I'm pretty sure I have seen something similar to this IRL, like the actual car itself. Yes, the car in real life does use traction control, as with a lot of the cars, a lot of race cars. They of course have their own little settings, you know, so you can increase or decrease the amount of traction control and stability and all that sort of stuff. So That's very much doable on the fly. I'm kind of tempted to run it without and then just try and just use my throttle control to control this thing. Interesting. Okay, I'll do a run on the Golden Tiger just because this guy asked, but I will also bring this car out on that Nürburgring Nordschleife track in this game as well, just because that one is... I feel like it'll be better fit there, right? If that's what this car is basically tested out on in real life and what has been driven and raced on in real life, then it would be cool to try and see what it's like there. But again, it isn't at the top of the class, so it doesn't really make a perfect fit for this track. If you wanna be a little bit more competitive with everybody else, it should be at the very, very top of the class, right? So this is pretty much what I'm looking like with this. I have ABS on because I don't really like playing without ABS on controller. There's very few times where I do. And I have done it before. And it is very much doable. I forgot to turn off the braking line. So this is going to look very annoying. It's got a big old cage in it. This is very similar to what my car is like in real life, I think. Power and weight. I have an F82 in real life, and this has very similar power and weight figures to my IRL car. Obviously, I don't have racing slicks and a wing and aero and all that, so it's gonna be a bit weird to try and compare my car in real life to a car like this, but this is, I guess, about as close as you can get. I can go faster in some of these corners, I think. I think the tires allow me to do it. Yeah, you don't need traction control. The car is fine. The car is fine. I feel like just I'm driving a bit too slow. Just driving too slow. I had to send it in harder. Also, sorry about the nasaliness. I literally woke up like not even that long ago. If I feel like a bit snotty, I'm sorry. Still forgot to turn off the braking line. It's distracting because it makes me want to use it, but I already know when the braking points are on this track, so there's no point in me trying to use it, but I'm just saying, it is there, and it is a little distracting. Because it's not the same as the actual braking points for the regular mountain pass itself, right? Because the track is so much more narrower, it's different. So I feel like a lot of the time, I can't trust it, I can't use the actual braking line the way it's supposed to be used, you know? When it hits red, you slam on the brakes. Whereas in this, it's kind of different. Could have been a little bit of a better turn there. But I think I'm a little bit more used to it now. I know how this thing drives. It just means I have to push it a little bit harder. Should be fine. Ooh, I slowed down so much. Yeah, you definitely don't need traction control for this. It's not powerful enough in this game to warrant traction control. I think the only time where I see this car being a nuisance with traction would be very, 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 very low speeds. Okay, that was smart from me. I want to keep my speed up. I want to get my speed up, but I'm dense and I kept my speed up too much. And there, maybe if I slowed down a tiny bit, my line would have been better. No, my driving's way off right now. I just don't feel like I'm on it. I'm driving either a bit too fast or a bit too slow into some of the corners. 5th to 6th being used for these corners, not really my favorite. I think maybe I could just keep it at 5th the entire time, but there are situations where I feel like I'm driving a bit too fast, and I want to change to into 6th, and then 6 years is just way too long. That's why I don't really like 5th to 6th. like 4th gear for these slow corners just feels a little strange. I'm actually going to slow down for this though. A lot of the times, especially when I test out new cars, I don't know why I decide to like go flat out there. And it just doesn't feel right. Because I never, like, obviously know fully what the size of my car is like. Especially if it's either my very first time driving the car or if it's a car that I haven't driven in a long time. Because obviously not all cars are the same width, so I'll end up going flat out in there and thinking I'll make it, and then I just end up going a bit too fast and clip the wall. And it stops the entire run, so. Okay. So I'm gonna do a run on this track. See, like there, it just feels weird. It feels like I should be changing gears and then immediately have to change back. The one thing I don't like is the gear ratios for this track specifically, right? Maybe it's actually very good for another track, but if you built it specifically for the Golden Touge, I'm not a big fan of the gear ratios. I feel like they're just slightly off. I don't know how to explain it, but they're just ever so slightly off. Sorry, I'll go a little sideways in there. A little control, and I'll keep going. Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be the fastest, I knew it wasn't going to be the best, but since you said it's for the Golden Touge, I'll move away. 431? 432? No, 431.7. Yeah, well, it's there. It's there. There's a 431.7. It's not particularly fast. I think there's A-class cars that are faster than that on the list, but that's what I'm saying. If you want to build a car that's very good for for the Golden Touge, it has to be at the top of the class, or else it's just not good for it. But I know you replicated the car very much specifically for something else. Alright, let's try out the Nürburgring with this thing. I feel like I'm spending a lot of time with this car, which I guess I'm sorry, but at the same time, I'm not really. Come on, game, please. Oh yeah, here it is, by the way. The Green Valley is what it's called. And it's basically supposed to be a replica of the ring. Here's a share code if you want to try it out. Let's see. Let's see what it's like. This one I'll play in Chase Cam just because I don't really have to be that serious, and I'll just drive around, and it should be kind of a fun experience to try and bring this car on the track that it's technically supposed to be raced on. There you go. This is the Nordschleife. Except it's in Horizon 5. I just got the halo in the background. Just like in real life, guys. Just like in real life. It's always funny driving on a track like this. That's like been a replica of a track in real life, especially the Nordschleife, because I've spent so much time on the Nordschleife. I remember when I was driving this track for the very first time, I was trying to recognize the corners and where I was on the actual track in real life. Now it's definitely a lot more, like, noticeable. It also doesn't help that yesterday I was on it. I was playing Forza Motorsport and I was on it. There you go. The car is made to go around this track, supposedly, so here it is. I don't really know, like, because it's not perfect to the, like it's not one-to-one to the track in real life, right? It's, very difficult for me to try and actually, like, go flat out in places where I know you can't go flat out in real life. It just feels a little strange, you know? Like there, maybe I could have gone a lot faster, but I was scared. I don't want to go off the road. I'm probably going to end up eating the wall at some point. But I think it should be fine. Told you. I told you. That should not be that tight. I mean, it probably should have been even tighter, actually. Except it just, on the map, it just doesn't look that tight. Like on the mini-map. It feels like it could have gone a little bit faster. And then I realized at the last second that you can't. And then I just let it crash into the wall, because why not? Here's the tunnel, just like in real life. Oh my god. This feels weird. The tunnel kind of lost me for a minute. I now don't remember the corner that I'm at. Is this the one where you have to go? Never mind. I know where I am. Okay, never mind. I know where I am. I remember. I do remember. Okay. Should have been just a dab on the brakes. I braked a bit too hard. Okay. Now comes part of the track where I don't really need to lift off at all. For a little bit, right? It should be like that. Before I get to the carousel. So I should be able to go flat out on a lot of these. Maybe just slightly lift off like this. There you go. That was like a maybe 10-20% lift. That was about 50% lift. Okay. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Here comes the carousel. What? Oh, I exited way too early. Went way too fast and I exited too early. I mean, I don't know. Did I even speed up? Or was it just the angle of the carousel that made it a little bit weird? Carousel, you kind of keep a steady pace going around it, right? That's kind of the way it is, and at the very, very end, you kind of start flooring it when you start seeing the exit. I feel like I was doing okay. I kept a steady pace, but I still started going a bit too wide. I don't know, maybe I'm an idiot. To be honest, a lot of the time, I am the idiot that messes up the corners, so I can't really blame the track for everything. Oh, little sideways, it's fine. This is my favorite section. I think a lot of people would definitely agree with me that this is one of the best sections on the track possible. A lot of speeding up and slowing down, braking and accelerating, and it's all like really, really nice corners as well. It's not overly slow, but at the same time, it's not like super, super fast either. But it's just, it helps you really know the balance of the car. You know what I mean? But I don't know why, I just keep feeling that that section there is just a tiny bit too slow. Or sorry, it's not long enough. I meant to say it's not that it's too slow. It's not long enough for the track. There's the mini carousel. And this just ends at the top of this straight line here. And if you were to time this car around the actual track, going around in just a little under 7 minutes might be a bit too fast for this car. Maybe not actually, right? So real life, like normal M4 does it in like 7 minutes and a half, doesn't it? Or probably even less than that. So I guess this one that's got like mods done to it, just a little under 7 minutes. I don't know. Well, that was it for this car. That was generally quite fun. I actually really enjoyed it. I thought that was really good. Especially now that I brought it out on this track, because it makes a lot more sense for it to be here. Now, let's move on to the next car. This is also a racing car type of vibe going on with this. So maybe we can still bring it back on the Nürburgring. I feel like it'd be cool, like for the Nordschleife, I guess. Be quite fun. So we have two of the tunes here. We have a Max Aero tune, and we also have another tune here. I'm gonna go for the other one. I don't really want the Max Aero one. I want like a more balanced one. So 187, 198, 256, and this is supposed to be. Let's see if it shows up. This is supposed to be, what he said, the most realistic Mustang GTD I could make. Please compare it to the specs that I found on... Wait, what? Please compare it to the specs that I found on Google when you search Mustang GTD specs. I hope this one is good, since I haven't shared a tune in a while. Okay, so this guy decided to take a Mustang GT and try and replicate the specs of the Mustang GTD, right? For the people that don't know, the Mustang GTD is a super hardcore version of the Mustang GT, right? Like, it's very much, pretty much a GT3 race car that you can drive on the road. Right. Well, I found the stats. He said that I should look them up and see if I can compare the stats to this thing. They're all wrong. Yeah. They're very wrong. So the curb weight for this car is about 4,300 pounds, which is around 1,900 and something kilos. This is way too light. This is 1,327 kilos, which is, what, 600 kilos lighter. That is insanely lighter. Way too light. But you can't add more weight. And the horsepower for this thing is 815. 814, 815, 803, somewhere around the lowish 800 mark. Just a little over 800 horsepower, basically. This thing has 850 from this guy that he sent me. 8-speed, dual clutch, obviously front engine, rear wheel drive. Yeah, this is not it, Chief. Let's go into it and send it and see what happens. I'm assuming this is probably going to be a lot faster. A lot faster. It's not even going to be close, I don't think. I mean, first of all, we're on a fake, like, Nordschleife track, which is obviously not going to be the same going around that track versus the one in real life. And second of all, the specs on this thing are way off. So I'm assuming this is, like I said, it's going to be a lot faster. And this is supposed to be the one that doesn't have max aero as well. So I think in top speed wise, this is going to be even faster. Oh, you got the gears correct though, at least. It does have an 8-speed. Alright then. This should just barely, I think, beat out the M4 that I've just driven. Am I right in saying that? And the brakes are really good. I'm assuming this is not going to be a bad car to drive. It's just not a GTD. The specs are just off, way off. I think the car itself that I'm driving right now is not going to be a bad car at all. I also need to be careful with putting my power down. I am driving without traction control again. I think I should be fine. I am still taking it kind of light though. I'm not pushing it hard, or that hard at least. Yeah, I lifted there. I'm scared. And what? Oh, I'll crash this thing. I probably will end up crashing it. Hopefully I won't though. Hopefully we can do a much cleaner lap than the M4 one. Just kind of slow down more. I think the brakes are a tiny bit better than the M4s. So this is supposed to get, what, 652, right, on the rush life? Oh, what? Oh, the stupid braking line, man. I need to turn that thing off now, but I can't. I need to restart the actual race itself if I do. I want to turn it off all the way. That done my head in. It's like telling me to slam on my brakes and I just don't have to. Sometimes I'm not concentrating, I'm looking at the, like, the mini-map and I'm like, oh shit, I'm coming like really, really close to this corner. I should slam on the brakes. Because that's what the game's telling me. There you go. I've already had one less crash than the M4. At the pace I'm going now, I think I'm probably going to get like maybe like a 635, 640. My opinion. Generally could even be like faster, but I think 635, 640. Somewhere around that is where I'm going to end up with this car. Yeah, it's pretty quick. Top of S1, so I can't really like say too much about it. It's not a bad car at all to drive. That's the thing. Like I can't really like be like, oh yeah, well, I can't really say that it's a bad car because it just isn't. It's easy to control. It's on racing slicks, obviously, so it's got a stupid amount of grip. It's a nice car. It's enjoyable to drive. There's no like hidden anything. It doesn't like step out and try to kill you. It doesn't really do anything crazy, you know? It's just it's a car that drives well. It's balanced. I can get the back out if I really wanted to, but obviously I'm not going to do that because I'm trying to get a nice clean time. Just be careful with your throttle coming out of corners, and that's kind of it. Really. Slightly better exit with the M4, or with this car, over the M4. Tried to slow down a little bit going through the car, so I didn't want to go too fast. It's my first sort of like big-ish mistake there. I messed up my line fully. I went just the tiniest bit too fast. That's okay as well. Can you tell when I floor it out of corners? I mean, fourth is actually pretty nice. It's third, I think that's the issue. So when I slow down even more and I have to bring it all the way down to third gear. I think that's when I start noticing like a bit of an issue. Oh my god, I could have been really, really spot on with my times here. How close was I with my time? Let's have. This is insane. Just from driving it. Maybe the tiniest bit off, 629.9. Just from obviously driving the the M4, I saw how it was driving, and I was like, this is gonna be maybe like a little bit faster, like maybe half a second faster. Maybe just a little bit less than half a second. And well, yeah, this is fast. This is just a really fast car. Yeah, it's good on this track. It's pretty good. It's not a GTD. It's just not it. You got the specs done all wrong, unfortunately. This is supposed to have an extra, like, 900 kilos. No, sorry, 600 kilos. My bad. Which is another, like, what, 1,000 pounds? It should be heavier by about 1,000 pounds. I know it's difficult to add weight when it comes to stuff like this, but I mean, you shouldn't have done the weight reduction, basically. Should not have done the weight reduction, added heavier wheels, I guess, if you want to do all that. The kit, I think, maybe adds a little bit of weight, I'm not 100% sure. And obviously the cage adds weight as well. But yeah, you definitely should not have done the weight reduction. It's difficult to do, like, replicas in games, especially if you're trying to replicate something that's obviously not been put in the game. Or obviously they didn't think about it, so it's hard to do 100% of a replica, you know? Except this is just way off. This should be slower. And also horsepower, you give it too much power. This should be about 815, 810 maybe. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more videos like this on this channel, then of course subscribe. Like this video if you enjoyed it, of course. And I will speak to you guys in the next one. Keep sending me over tunes, like I said. Obviously, I'm not annoyed or pissed or anything like that when people send me stuff that obviously isn't accurate or realistic or whatever. I don't really care for that. As long as you guys send me stuff to try in videos, I'm happy. I'm a happy boy. Right. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching again. And goodbye.